Hey, look at there. You see him? Well, open your damn eyes in. It's the old-timey country down-home red state update podcast and them. Coming to you from a bunker underneath Jackie's Market in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And here they are, both of them.
Hey, Jackie Bros.
I'm Dunlap. Jackie, and I want to get this out of the way.
What?
I want to get this off out of the way first.
Off out the way? What?
Last week, we mentioned that the theme song, the Red State Update podcast theme song.
On here, yeah.
Which we just played. It's called Tasty Sorghum Biscuit.
Hey, you play it every time we do this, it gets on there, I think.
It's by a band called Holtzclaw. They have a new album out, and it's got the song on it.
Yeah.
Tasty Sorghum Biscuit is on there.
Yeah.
On that album. You can order it now, today.
I ain't going to order because I hear it every week.
Well, we don't have to. Really, you shouldn't. You can just listen to the podcast and get really all you need. Because that song just goes on like 2 more minutes about like that. But if you like that groove, if that groove does something to you, gets up in your booty and makes you want to dance.
Dance?
Like, you know.
That sounds like a good buck dancing song, something like that, yeah.
Get a board out.
Yeah, that's how you used to, yeah.
Haul it up to the front of the 4th of July celebration and start stomping.
That'd be a good, I'll give it that. That'd be a good song. It's got the kind of beat for that sort of thing. If all those people, I don't know how many of y'all buck dance, listen to this.
That's a great buck dancing song.
Yeah.
Probably the best buck dancing song on the Holtzclaw album. So go.
Well, I ain't heard it. I don't know. But
look it up on iTunes.
You probably wouldn't if you went there and you trying all you and your buck dancing friends and they all playing their buck dancing music. Some of them just bring some man with a spoon or violin, whatever. You know, they bring live music to buck dance too. Most people do.
Yeah, I don't like that. I like it when you put have to go to the sound man.
Yeah.
At the Lions Club and say, track 3, about halfway through, you'll hear the drop.
Yeah.
And then you put that on and you start buck. That's what I like. I don't like, then I don't know.
Everybody got their own preference. I ain't,
who am I supposed to watch, Spoon Man or Buck Dancing Man?
Some people like to dance to pre-recorded music, not so much music
because they know
live
anything
in your
can
face.
happen to Spoon Man. He can get drunk. Well, he can have a heart attack.
Well, he get drunk. I do. If you talk about the same one I am, he get drunk and not miss a lick on those spoons. That's what a good spoon man is. Buck dancing spoon man. You won't find someone drink 2 or 3 liquor stores down and still be able to keep a beat. And that's the one you keep there. Yeah.
Well, Edgar ain't gonna be around forever, and I don't know about this next generation of spoon men.
I don't know either. I don't know anybody keep up with him.
Not drinking wise.
Yeah.
Spoon wise, maybe.
Well, yeah, but you got to have both to be.
You got to be able to do both.
Yeah, if you work in the buck dancing world, that sort of
entertainment
industry, that
you know how musicians are, entertainers. They're all just like, here, drink this, snort this.
Oh yeah,
it's just the lifestyle they chose.
Yeah, and so be it. I don't agree with it, but that's how you're gonna live. You know, so be it.
It ain't no different if you're in Led Zeppelin or if you're playing the Spoons.
I tell you, if my job was, and I'm glad today, just sitting there knocking spoons around, I don't think I'd be able to
imagine.
I wouldn't be able to get through the day without drinking.
Look in the mirror at yourself and say, well, I'm going to go out there and clickety-clack on something I ate a bowl of chili with out of a can last night. Oh, I got to wash up. My tools of my trade got chili caked on it.
That's why I don't know how any spoons, let alone any musician, get through life self-respect. That's the reason I think all of them end up dead, drunk, on drugs.
Drinking perfume.
Yeah. Huffing gas, whatever.
Whatever it takes. I mean, Spoon Man ain't got no kind of life.
This might, that's how you going to live it. He's good on spoons. I say that.
He's great on spoon,
yeah.
And he can drink like an MFer.
Well, yeah.
He'll tip a bottle back and drain it down.
Tip it
A
back, yeah.
big bottle.
Like one of them jugs.
Does he play jugs too?
He drank from a jug. I don't know if he played a jug, but I seen him turn one back on the pinky a whole bit.
I asked him once if he did the washboard too, and he looked at me like I just asked him if he was something insulting.
Well, he can't probably understand half of what it come out of anybody's mouth.
Well, he said everybody, oh yeah, I play spoon, so I play a washboard and toad in a jug like an idiot. Like that means a lot to them. They don't have any self-respect, so if you say anything, they can make an insult out of anything.
It's bad enough you knock spoons around. It's like an insult to injury. I'm going to toot on a bottle on top of it.
Like they have to take pride in something that you should not take pride in.
Yeah.
So that does a number on your mind. And, I mean, I guess he drinks to silence the, constant self-doubt and regret.
Yeah. Well, if you like, if we're describing something you like at all, any listener out there that have this kind of mindset,
yeah,
I'd say they get that album, get that song.
Yeah, it's called Tasty Sorghum Biscuit.
Yeah.
It's on Holtz Claw's new album. It's available on iTunes. The name of the album is Chili Room / Pussy Room.
Oh.
And it's on iTunes, CD baby. Or Spotify.
Ain't nice enough to do that song, I guess. Yeah.
That's the thing about musicians. That's why I like buck dancing to a pre-recorded track. Because if I were a buck dancer, which I am not, but you already got enough to worry about. Just are my knees going to hold out? Are people going to say, well, there he is wanting attention again? Or are they going to enjoy what I'm doing? Without having to worry about how drunk is Edgar the Spoon Man.
Yeah. You just you get your, what do you call it, your boom box, whatever.
Get your boom
call
box
it,
out.
And set it back out there and hit the play on there.
Go
Let
to
it
Walgreens, get you some batteries. That's all you got to worry about.
Yeah.
Do I have enough D batteries?
Yeah.
Not is Spoon Man.
Well, some buck dancers, I ain't going to name no names, would rather, have all the whiskey for themselves because you ain't got to share no whiskey in no boom box. You try to drink that whiskey in front of your spoon man and your fiddle player.
Ain't going to be a fight.
Yeah, could be. I ain't saying it always is, but could be, yeah.
All that said, I enjoy live music when I hear it. When I go out and hear a band,
Sure.
You don't get to, it's an experience you don't have just like pulling up a playlist on RDO.
Yeah. Whatever that is, I don't know.
So I guess we need to talk about our sponsors this week. Holtz Claw is not a sponsor. They just do our theme song, so we did a little courtesy. Tasty Sorghum Biscuit on iTunes.
Yeah.
New album. But sponsors this week, these are the people who, if you listen to us for the first time, generally how sponsorship of this podcast works, and you may want to get in on this act. Most of them are local businesses here in Murfreesboro, but they appreciate the, getting the word out.
Works on two-way street. I don't have to sit here for nothing.
Right. We got things to do.
That's my spending money for the week. I'll be quite honest with you.
You only spend $25 a week?
Yes, sir. If I overspend that, I'm spending too much.
You can't get gas for $25.
I ain't got that far to go. I don't live too far away from this store. I ain't got no place else I got to go get groceries.
Hell, cigarettes.
That damn groceries and whatnot. Now, that's what I'm saying. $25 for my pocket. That's for me. For spending money. That's what I get groceries and put gas where I fill up my truck because with distance I ain't got to go too far. That lasts me, oh, good Lord. I don't go nowhere else. That lasts me a good almost a month.
It's true. He doesn't go anywhere.
I don't go nowhere in that truck. I ain't got no place. Not that I don't want to. Just ain't got no place to go.
To his store where he works. If you're listening to us for the first time, maybe this is a good time for me to say that over and over on this podcast and sort of introduce people to this world we inhabit. Jackie runs a store here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee called Jackie's Market.
Sure,
barbecue.
Yeah.
Some people call it barbecue stand. But it's also
store, too. Convenience store.
Convenience store, yes.
Somebody
shells.
says you want some side with that barbecue sandwich. I say, well, there's some chips over there on the rack. If you want to buy that, that ain't my job. That's up to you. Go in there. But I make the sandwiches up. Sometimes make some slaw. But if you want you got beans in there. Whatever else in the store, you go get it. I ain't going to run out from buying this counter and get everything for you, lazy butt. I just made you a sandwich.
Why don't you do a combo meal where it all comes packaged together?
Well, that's fine if you want to call it that, call it whatever you want, but you still going to walk over and get it yourself. I ain't going to come out from behind the counter and go get your chips for you. Where do you get some chips this? Yeah, they're right over there. You go get them and walk them back up here to the counter and then you pay for them.
Zero bar, same thing.
Well, whatever else is in the store, the barbecue stands in the back. I make a sandwich. And sometimes got some slaw, sometimes don't. Depends on, if I got enough in stock that week, whatever happens.
You don't think ahead, like how much slaw am I going to need?
Well, sometimes people want more slaw than they do a week before. You don't know. People's slaw intake, it varies.
Could be a slaw run.
Well, but there's drinks back there. I don't have no fountain drink. There's Coca-Cola and Sprite and Mountain Dew, everything else you want. In the back, there's a Cold Bear back there. And, the SpaghettiOs, things like cans, back
there. He got Dinty Moore cans of beef stew.
Yeah.
As like 3 or 4 logos ago. Like, we're talking about like mid-60s looking Dinty Moore.
Hey.
There's no way. This is stuff you would find in a bomb shelter in the road.
Hell.
This stuff
That's
ain't
fine. It's canned up like that. That's where you're supposed to have it in the damn bomb shelter because that's how long it lasts you. Don't matter what logo or hell's on it. That's still worth having much
dust caked on it.
And wipe it off. You ain't going to eat the dust outside the can.
So that's Jackie's Market, little intro to that, if you just listen to us for the first time. We're going to make this...
And barbecue, but Jackie's Market's what I call it, but it's barbecue stand,
too. People get barbecue there, and he sells, out-of-date food.
Well, it's not all it's out of date. Beer's always fresh. I know that because you go through it behind my back.
That's the best part. That's why I hang out there.
And you're going to get caught here pretty soon.
And then what?
Well,
big man, what are you going to do?
You'll see. Just watch yourself. That's all I'm saying. You want to sweep up sometime, something like that around here, I'll give you bear fat. You just go back there and get in it yourself. I give you a few to do this, I'll be honest, but that comes out of your $25, don't it?
What you think those beers I'm taking are for doing the podcast?
That's $25. That's spending money, $25. The beers you sitting here drinking now, you drink along when you do this, that comes out of your $25 for sponsors, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, totally.
That's what I was thinking. I ain't seen it yet, but I
put that right in.
Well, I got a piece of paper right here marked down how many beers. This is the 48th one we've done.
We've done this 48 weeks straight.
All right. And beers on here there.
So that's about
per time episode, whatever you want to call it.
4 to 7 beers per episode.
Something like that. Sometime a few more on here.
Times 48.
Well, I have some with you every now and then on here, but you ain't paying for a liquor one. You making $25. Wait a second. You making $25 a time we do this.
Sponsorship. We charge $25 sponsorship.
And you supposed to up to 7 to. There's one down here. It's got two 12-packs on it.
And some of that
we did not drink 2 damn 12-packs in an hour. How long we sit here?
Well, what am I supposed to drink after the podcast?
Wait a
minute.
Wait. That's when George Jones died.
Oh.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Well, yeah. I'm going to let that slide. Look, I'm doing you a favor.
I
ain't charging nobody for that one on that day. So you
that was Jackie was giving out free beer. And Jackie giving out free beer in his store.
Well, people needed it.
When
people need it, they need it. I think most people go through life saying, "Oh, I need it," and don't go get a job, don't do what they need to do in this world. But there are some people, when some things happen, that need it, that need a damn drink.
It was like Jackie Care.
Yeah. Now, you won't want to call it.
But there have been times when I've took a few beers home with me for
I'm
later.
keeping this on track here. You've had 4 so far. That's 4 we turned on the microphone.
Well, I'll get you back for all
right.
this.
Well, I'm just letting you know I got it on here.
That's good for me to know.
Yeah.
So that I'm glad somebody's keeping track.
All right.
So sponsors this week, Jackie.
Well, I got a good one. I'll go ahead and do mine. I get you $25.
All right, go ahead and do it. I'll
And
just have a beer.
All right. Here. Yeah, you know Johnny Greenstreet.
Oh yeah, he's an EMT.
Yeah. Well, he got another side business now. Is Johnny Greenstreet's Get Out. Give me $25. He got a little truck. He got it written. They got magnet on sign. Johnny Greenstreet's Get Out. It looks good. He got a brand new red truck.
Is he still an EMT?
Yeah. Well, I think he does it at night, something like that. I don't know how he divides time up. It's new business, just getting started.
I think EMT a thing where you like work 4 days, 18-hour shifts, and then you get like 3 days off.
Well, I guess he's working on those 3. I don't know how
must
it is.
be exhausted.
It's new business. He must be doing good because he gave me $25 to push it more. It's Johnny Greenstreet's Get Out. So you know how it's be cold coming up here soon. Not quite yet. Gonna be cold here. You know how critters gonna get out cold. Get up under the boards of your house, get up underneath there and all that. And some people, now I was born a country boy myself, growing up on a farm. And just about any kind of animal, outside snakes, certain things like that, you just grab it by the neck, scruff her neck, it scream, holler, everything else. You know how to grab it out right, you just throw it out right. But, next generation under me never had that opportunity.
They don't know where to grab it.
They don't know where to grab a wild animal. So you get a possum, you get a raccoon up in the house. Some people don't know what to do. And nowadays, you try to call animal control.
Hell, I think they shut down.
They shut down. That's right. Obama shut down. Or at least they got it. How they can keep a few people on. This is what don't make no sense.
Who's essential? Who ain't?
Yeah, who ain't? We can't afford to pay. We keep a person on the damn phone. So you could call up down there and say, I got, whatever.
I'm only one here.
Yeah, sorry. Take it up with Obama. What to say. Make me so damn mad.
Sound like Obama's in cahoots with the possums.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Try to get you up in a house, and then he's going to force you to pay $200 a month. Everybody needs possum insurance.
Yep.
That's what's coming next.
Wouldn't put it past him. I said, I'll set up a plan. You wait and see. But right now, as far as now is concerned, I don't want to get all political doing my sponsor. We can talk about this afterward. But I still upset. You see all these wild animals running all over the damn place. World War II vets running up down the street. All of them had no place to go. You know damn well who to blame. And I'm going to leave it at that.
Rabid dogs, motorized scooters.
That's not a good mix. Things to be loose.
Sad times we live in, Jackie. Sad times.
I know it.
Dangerous. Just you got 90-year-old men riding around out there with rays on their laps, nowhere to put them, and just dogs foaming at the mouth and cats pregnant and possums in the crawl space.
When Michelle Bachman says it's the end of times, look at your window, everybody laughing at her. And I've been guilty of laughing at that woman too, but like I said, sometimes she's over the top.
Not this time.
No, sir.
I mean, what the picture the Bible paints of end days is pretty much what we just described. And thanks to Obama, it's as the days of Noah is what she said, and that's what I pictured. Just old people being denied entrance to national parks and animals going crazy.
Animals going crazy.
It's good Johnny Greenstreet has stepped into the breach here.
I know. I don't mean to run him down. I'm sorry he went down here because I don't know where he stands politically.
Right.
But if he got any sense, he knows what's going on.
Yeah.
But Johnny Greenstreet's Get Out. So basically, you got a critter in your house, need it out. He can get him over here, get it out.
Any animal?
Pretty much. If it got in your house some way, Johnny, look it up. Johnny Greenstreet. What?
Chicken. Get a chicken out of your house.
A chicken? Anybody get a damn chicken out of your house? What they thought? You stomp your feet. Holler at a chicken. I'm talking about an animal get.
What if you ain't got no feet?
Oh, hell. What do you mean you ain't got no feet?
What if you were injured?
you still shoe a chicken unless you a damn invalid. You wouldn't know chickens in there to begin with.
I don't know how to get a chicken out of my house.
I'm sure he wouldn't mind getting a damn chick if you really that scared or sick that you can't chase a chicken out of your house. I'm sure Johnny Greenstreet should get out, come over and get it out for you.
Well, I didn't know he was going to judge me.
Based on the
animal.
He ain't judging nobody. I'm judging you because that seems silly. It seems like a waste of money. No offense to him if he wants.
Well, you know, chicken don't know where they running around and where they going. If I start stomping my feet and shooing it, it could run deeper into the house.
Oh, hell. Just open your front damn door. Everybody's had a chicken in the house at one time or another. What they ain't talking about?
It seems like open the front door is...
You open the front door
that's
and
kind of the DIY.
You push a chicken out with your damn leg, your foot.
Couldn't you do that to any animal?
Well, it depends on one animal. You got a raccoon claw you up if it takes a mind to. Possum, scream and hiss, always make all sorts of noise, try to, those kind of animals, I could handle them just fine. Don't bother me. Get a broom, anything else, my boot, whatever. But some people don't like touching animals like that. You sound like you be one of them.
Yes.
Well, Johnny Greenstreet, get out. Just call him up. Don't matter what it is, you get it out your house.
What if you don't want the animal out of your house?
Well, why the hell would you call him then?
What if you change your mind before he gets over there?
What the hell? That don't make any damn sense.
Well, what if you call him up? I don't want this raccoon here. And he's like, I'll be right over. And then you go like, you know what? It ain't so bad.
Well, I
done forgot it was in here.
Well, you shouldn't have called him up to begin with.
Well, I didn't know at the time. I was upset. Now I've grown to like the little fella.
Well, you ain't going to like no wild raccoon in the house. I'm going to tell you right now, that ain't going to happen.
What about that man on YouTube got the raccoon in the shower with him?
I know, sweet as can be, nice can be. He raised that from being a young baby. Government come in there, Obama saw that, snatch that raccoon out of his house.
Johnny Greenstreet ain't part of that, is he?
Hell no, he ain't. He's there to get animal out of the house when you want it out of the house. There ain't no reason to call him otherwise.
What if you got an animal that you used to love and now you've grown apart? Will he get rid of your pets?
Any animal, you don't want that. If you got a dog, cat, don't want no more, got to get it out. It says any animal.
What does he do with it?
He just gets them out. You don't want to know what it does with them.
What if you got a horse in a barnyard and it's gone crazy? Will he come get that out?
Well, it's your barn. It may be a larger fee for a barn than a house.
So he ain't just like animal removal. He's more like you got a problem. An animal has mistakenly wandered into your home.
Well, he says house. He didn't say barn. So I don't know if that's different or not. You have to take that up with him. Just call up, Johnny Greenstreet. Get out.
What if the animal's dead? Will you get rid of it?
You get it out yourself. It's dead, but if you don't want to touch it, if you want people, I'm sure he'd get it out, do whatever. He just...
I got some boxes of old bottles and cans in the garage. Will he get rid of those?
I don't... Why would he get wild animals or animals that you do not want?
He takes...
Domesticated animals you don't want or wild animals you scared of, don't want to mess with. Any kind of animal you got in the house, Johnny Greenstreet's get out, come over and get it out. He ain't a mover.
But he won't get rid of these old newspapers.
You call him up and ask him. I don't know. That ain't what his service for. It ain't what he give me $25 to talk about on here.
Well, what's the difference between a dead possum and a stack of old Nashville banners?
I don't know.
Because you could just wrap a dead...
That's what I do. I take the paper, wrap it up dead, throw it out in the garbage.
But then Johnny Greenstreet's out of a job.
Well, I don't need Johnny Greenstreet. Johnny Greenstreet, get out, ain't for me necessarily. He is a sponsor on this show because he give him $25, and I know there's people out there that need animal control problems. Kittens running around, whatever, animal puppies, animals you know how to do out there in the wild. And, Johnny Greenstreet's get out, get rid of any animal you got. I knew a story where he had to go, in the fish. One fish kept fighting the other fish. He come over there, got
one fish.
Yep. Huh. He'll do what if there's an animal in your house and you want it out, Johnny Greenstreet's get out.
Because in a lot of cases, you leave the front door open, like open the sliding door in the back, the animal's gonna get out. But in the case of that fish, see, that's where you'd need his expertise.
I guess. I don't know.
Because a possum, raccoon, they going to leave eventually. Just open up a door.
Well, you hope so. That's what you hope so, but you don't know.
Could be cold outside. You don't want
So
to.
you ain't got time to sit there. I tell you this right now. You don't want to try to outweigh the raccoon or possum. You don't want to.
Possum get content. They ain't going nowhere.
Ain't going nowhere.
Contented possum,
patient animal. Dogs run raccoon up in them trees. Sit there and bark all day, 2 or 3 days. That raccoon ain't getting out. Yeah.
Remind me of Jerry Clower.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's a Jerry Clower story, ain't it?
It's 2 or 3 of them, I think.
Patient possum.
Yeah, patient possum, yeah.
How?
How? Yeah.
How?
Yeah. But, yeah, Johnny Greenstreet's...
How?
Johnny Greenstreet's get out. You don't want it in your house. It's got a post. You can call up Johnny Greenstreet. He get it out for you. Yeah.
Jerry Clower approved.
Well, he dead in the ground. I don't know.
How?
But I'm sure he wouldn't mind. I mean,
they'd be good friends.
I'm sure that he could probably give him a lot of. If your job is getting the animals out of things, you probably supply Jerry Clower. If God rest his soul, if he's still alive, more material than anybody else,
he should do a ride along.
Yeah.
But
that'd be in the world of reality TV.
Jerry Clower riding along
would've.
with animal removal.
Animal control, it wouldn't be.
Get out.
Wouldn't
Jerry
be a
Clower,
better show on TV.
Duck Dynasty eat a dick because Johnny Greenstreet and Jerry Clower are up in the crawl space. Something's up there, and they don't know what it is, but it won't be there after the commercial.
That'd be a good show. That's all I'm saying. I'd watch that.
That's a pretty good sponsor. Johnny Greenstreet's Get Out.
I never heard you say that before. You tried to be silly with it, but I never heard you say I had
Well,
a
you
good
answered
sponsor.
all my questions. I have a lot of questions about Birdman.
Well, it's common sense answers.
Little Helen's or a lot of the places you recommend on here don't make any sense, and they're poor businesses run by
I don't
criminals.
make no sense. You ain't got no damn lick of sense in your head to make sense of it.
But I like Johnny Greenstreet, and I like the idea of a chicken in a house and him chasing it around.
Yeah.
So it gets my seal of approval.
He wouldn't chase him along. Wouldn't take him along. He professional. Anybody get a chicken, he wouldn't take him.
Lickety split.
Yeah, he'd get it. It wouldn't be like old Rocky, an old man.
No.
Rocky took him. He ain't country boy though.
No, you wouldn't want Rocky
No.
getting a possum out of your house.
Knock everything down.
Mr. T in your house?
Nope.
Call Rocky up.
No. Well, yeah. If
a Russian in your house, call Rocky.
You being silly now, we know what I just saying in the movie. Rocky couldn't catch no. It's funny, but he couldn't catch no chicken.
No, but he beat the shit out of Apollo Creed.
Oh yeah, knock the hell out of him. Yeah, wore him out.
My sponsor this week, Jackie, they give me $25.
Yeah.
Is I think you're gonna like this sponsor, Jackie.
I don't know about that.
It's heartwarming.
I ain't liked one yet.
Snakeheads 4.
What?
Now, if you're listening to our program for the first
Snakeheads
time,
4?
Jackie had a sponsor on
There
here.
ain't but one Snakeheads, and that's the one off of Square.
Right.
Don Jekyll. Snakeheads. That's it.
That's the
It
original Snakeheads.
Ain't no drug addict son stealing his merchandise from his own blood and selling it out his bathtub.
That was Snakeheads 2.
Well, that ain't a business.
That was run by Don Jekyll Jr.
And it ain't no Don Jekyll Jr. drughead's girlfriend,
Right,
drughead girl,
the Snakehead
stealing
3.
them out of his bathtub and selling them out of her purse. Snakehead's
Right.
what? I lost count.
That's Snakeheads 3. That's Dottie Geyser.
That ain't nothing. Is what that is. That is the lowest form of life roaming the streets.
Now, Snakeheads 4, Jackie,
That ain't.
is Dottie's little boy,
Oh,
Truck Jekyll, who is supposedly Don Jekyll Jr.'s and Dottie's kid, but
What?
of course there's some, they've never gone in to have it officially
that
decided.
ain't nobody's business. What are you talk as
Well,
a child?
everybody knows it. I ain't gonna dance around it. I mean, so this is Truck Jekyll. But Don give him his name. He said, you know what? Whether or not that's my kid, I don't know, but I love him. Don's in jail and or rehab right now.
Oh.
So that's why Dottie was selling the snakeheads out of her purse at closing time at bars, you know.
Because she didn't have nobody to give her drugs, is why.
Pretty little bony girl trying to sell you a snakehead out of her pocketbook. You load it. It's 2 in the morning. You're going to buy a snakehead. So she was selling that. Now she loses interest fast. Me and her was fooling around while Don Jekyll Jr.
Right.
was
I
in.
don't want it. This ain't nobody who's fooling with who ain't nobody's business. The only business anybody got to do with this is the law, and I already locked one of them up.
That didn't last because she loses interest. She loses interest in everything, I reckon. But Truck Jekyll, the little kid, something wrong with him because she was on drugs during her pregnancy.
I was about to say that boy's got enough trouble already for the rest of his life without you bringing his name up on here. For what reason, I don't know.
They having a school trip to Cumberland Science Museum. He needs money to eat at McDonald's with all the other kids. So he's selling snakeheads out on the street, on the curb.
That child needs money. That's one thing. I donate to charity or whatever. I'll get that child. I'll pay out of my pocket right now to buy that child McDonald's on his field trip before you run his name in the ground with stolen merchandise.
No, he makes these snakeheads, Jackie.
What?
They're not real snakeheads. You know how he is. He calls everything just what he wants it to be.
What?
So these ain't real snakeheads. This is paper. He takes construction paper and chews it.
What?
And then kind of wads it up into something that resembles a snakehead in his eyes.
What?
And so you're like, I'd like one snakehead, please. And he just chews that piece of paper up and takes it out and hands it to you. And then he's like, 10 cents.
Oh, hell, that ain't... Look, I'll pay for that child to go on a field trip to keep it from putting stuff in his mouth. All right? Don't get on here and...
Well, he wants to feel like he earned it, Jackie. You don't want to be a charity case.
Well, you can't let that child think putting things in your mouth, spitting it out is anyway earning nothing. That ain't good behavior.
I ain't going to tell an
that
artist...
That ain't behavior to endorse.
Look, he has his way of doing his art. I make my art my own way.
He's picking up stuff off the ground, putting it in his mouth. That ain't art. He lives down here. He don't live up in New York. I know they do everything up there. Women taking the tampons out and throwing at people, all this stuff up there.
What?
They call it art. Whatever it is. The people are crazy today.
What? Where did you hear this?
They put that Jesus Christ cross in there and peed all over it.
What are
now,
you
they
talking
call
about?
that art. That ain't art.
Where are you getting
I'm
your
sorry.
art
It makes me so mad
news?
What goes on.
Where are you here? Look, you can't just listen to Bill O'Reilly for all your...
Well, it don't matter who I listen to. I don't want
Art
to go up to New
roundup.
York City with people. I get so mad when you hear something somebody did, like a little boy don't know no better, put something in his mouth, take it out, and then call it art. Well, it's okay. It's art. It ain't art okay. It ain't okay to take my Lord and Savior figurine and pay on it, put it in a jar, and call it art.
Well, he ain't doing that. He's just... Look.
He wouldn't know any better if he would. He wouldn't know what he's doing. Now, he'd get away with it, but you don't call it art.
All I'm saying is he's going to put something in his mouth, chew it, take it out, and show it to people, whether he gets to eat at McDonald's or not. It's way he gets to feel like he's done something that gives him some worth as a human being,
right.
Instead of, whether or not Dottie remembered to feed him that day.
All right. That ain't no sponsor, no.
Don Jekyll, your best friend in the world, they don't have nothing to do with him.
Well,
they
say
say
don't
it ain't Don Jekyll Jr.
He may not be. I don't know. That's between them and the doctor and the good Lord above. I ain't got nothing to do with it.
It sounds like Don Jekyll turned his back on family.
We ain't going to apologize on here. I ain't going to figure out their family problems on here. This ain't what this is.
So
leave their family out of it. The only legitimate business it is Don Jekyll Sr. He's got a store on the square where he sells every kind of snakehead you'd ever want. That's it. That's it. There ain't nothing else to talk about. His family's personal problems, you can't turn it into another job. It don't make no sense to me.
So that's Snakeheads 4.
Oh,
As for Truck Jekyll, I don't know where him and Dottie's staying. You all right?
no, I'm not all right. I'm tired of talking about this.
You sick?
I'm fine.
But he goes to the special school. You know where they got those buildings that they're like trailers, but they ain't really. They're, what do you call those things?
I don't know what it is. That's where he'd need that. I don't know why you sent him on a field trip to begin with.
But that's where you go if you want to find him. I mean, and then Dottie will pick him up. Like they get out like 2:45. Dottie's supposed to pick him up. Sometimes she gets there a
Don't
little
be
late.
you could be telling child molesters where to pick this messed up boy at. Don't tell people where a child is going to be without adult supervision.
No,
I'm going
they
to put my
got-
foot down on this.
Security guards, because they have to. So there's a bunch of security guards
Wow.
around there. So nobody's gonna get to him.
I'm taking this $25 off this list. You take that, give it back to that boy.
Liberals
Who
always.
gave you the $25 for this? He don't know what money is.
Dottie give it to
Oh,
him.
hell, I knew it. You're taking it off. $25 off the list. That beer right there you paying for.
I like when she shows an interest in him and tries to be a good mother. That's a good sign.
All
I
right.
want to encourage it.
Enough.
She tried to get me down on it. She tried to just give me 20. She said, "Hey, you don't need to get 25 for this.
He don't.
Well, why don't you and Dottie Geyser hook up in? She needs somebody to take her around when she's loaded."
All right, enough. Don't want to hear about that family no more outside of the fine establishment that Don Jackal runs off of the square called Snakeheads.
That's where if you're listening to the show for the first time, Snakeheads, you can buy actual snake
I
heads.
just said
The
what
head
it was.
of a snake.
And it was way wearing that outfit. However you want your snakehead, he'll make it that way.
But he didn't give us $25, so I don't want to talk too much.
Well, I don't mind bringing it up. He didn't give me $25. No.
He ain't ever going to give you $25
I
again.
don't blame him because all you do is talk about his messed up family on here. Enough.
So that's our sponsors for this week. And if you're listening to this show for the first time, this is about, usually it doesn't take us 37 minutes to get through the sponsors, but usually we're hitting the news. Now we're going to go into the section of the podcast where we talk about the news. What's going on in the world? Jackie,
All right.
did you hear about the trucker protest?
What?
Truckers.
Truckers going to go up there and shut down the road, something they didn't end up doing it.
Ride for the Constitution.
Well, it's a good idea.
10,000 strong, shutting down I-495.
It's like old Convoy. Chris Christopherson.
Even better, because you know Chris Christopherson kind of a hippie.
Yeah. Ain't no hippie in this
Uh-uh.
group of Convoy. No, sir.
No, they're going to arrest Obama.
He was kind of country hippie. Oh, I never did like Chris Christopherson. I never cared anything for him myself. He's singing. He can't sing. He's supposed to be singing. He can't sing a lick.
When you listen to the Highwaymen album and Chris
It's the worst
Christopherson
part of
comes
it.
on, he
Worst
ruins it.
part. Highwaymen best album ever. If you cut out every time Chris Christopherson sings.
It's kind of stupid when Johnny Cash says he's on a spaceship flying around.
Well, yeah. He's still Johnny Cash.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
If Johnny Cash drove all the spaceships, we'd have colonized Mars by now.
Well, yeah.
Everybody won't be on his spaceship.
I wouldn't be surprised, no. Not if they had Chris Christopherson on there. Nope.
Nope,
Wouldn't
nobody.
want-
No, he's not a leader.
No, sir. He was in that movie Convoy, but that's just a movie. I know better than that. He's okay in movies every now and then, but I don't like his singing. He's supposed to be a singer. I don't understand it.
So these truckers, they were going to shut down Washington, D.C., arrest Obama, and the senators protest the, Obamacare and the debt ceiling and the NSA and also high fuel costs.
Well, yeah,
I can get behind that.
sure.
It costs a lot to fill up your tank.
The sentiment was good, but for some reason fell apart or something. I didn't end up. I don't remember what happened. Somebody.
You can't organize a trucker.
Well, that's true.
A trucker don't belong. A trucker is a lone wolf. Trucker.
Always solo. So that's the thing I didn't like they talk about. Good song. Convoy, good song. I like a song. But it's,
join a convoy, it's easy to, like, I got to stop and get some gas.
Yeah.
And then, you don't get back
real trucker. We're talking about real truckers, not like a snowman wasn't nothing with that old Burt Reynolds. He wasn't a real trucker. He just helped Burt Reynolds out.
Yeah.
Burt Reynolds led the way. The only real one, BJ and the Bears on TV, but he was on his own.
Yep.
I mean, he had
a monkey.
But that's a pet.
There's lots of truckers. They got dogs in there,
Yeah.
wives.
Yeah.
Dogs and wives. Sound
Yeah.
like a Tom T. Hall song.
I think that was old Convoy had a song like that.
But you can't get a trucker to join your trucker organization. You can't be like, we're the Tea Party Truckers or whatever they were called. You ain't going to, because trucker needs to be on his own. That's why he's a trucker. That's why he's not working at the factory
Wants to
or
be there in that-
on
yeah.
Wall Street or, a professor. He has to ride the roads.
Yeah.
He works by himself.
Yeah, you find out you go to school, be a doctor, make great grades and all that, and then
Sure.
somebody tells you, I got a deal every day, No, sir.
Nope. Scientist working on a nuclear reactor or solving the riddles of the universe.
Yeah, I can't go to space. You mean I can't go? I tell you where I can go. I'll get in that truck, go wherever the hell I want to. Tired of science telling me I can do this, do that.
Just give me the interstate and a couple of pills keep me awake.
Well, I don't know.
CB radio,
Yeah.
iPod, a massage, one of them seat cushions you put in there. It hooks into your
Yeah.
cigarette lighter and massages your back. Sounds like a pretty good life. Just seeing all the pretty truck stop whores.
All right.
There's a lot of pluses. You eat what you want. You ain't got nobody telling you eat healthy. So I'm gonna eat
Well,
this
evidently,
chili and drink some coffee.
This would be a good life if you trucker type mentality, but nowadays with Obama in office, can't even enjoy that. And that's why they was getting together to do this, and then none of them could get together.
Well, because they got to ride the roads. And, I could go be a part of a movement, or I'm just going to see what the
Right.
sunrise is like.
Yeah.
Overlooking America Bay. But this woman's nuts, though. The woman running it, she kept getting on Fox News. She's nuts. That's probably why trucker ain't going to put up with a crazy lady.
No, sure.
That's why they
try to
truckers.
get away from everybody. Think everybody crazy. And then if you're really crazy,
I mean, hating Obama ain't the crazy part, but the part where she said Obama is Osama bin Laden.
what?
She said Osama bin Laden and Obama are the same person.
Oh, hell.
Look at the ears, she said.
Well, they look alike. I ain't saying that ain't different. They from the same place, ain't they?
Boston was a false flag, the Boston bombing. She said
Well,
that was a false flag.
I don't know.
Obama is a secret Muslim, she says. A lot of people believe that. Secret ones are the ones you got to watch out for.
Well, yeah, the ones that out in the open, they'd probably the last one going to do something, but
So she had lizard people. I think she believes
What?
in the lizard people.
lizard people,
Well, you know that the lizard people are the secret. They run everything.
that sounds like something to be on Incredible Hulk. I don't know what you're talking about.
What do you mean, Incredible Hulk? A TV show?
Yeah.
Did he fight lizard people on there?
I don't remember. It just sounds something crazy, be on there.
I don't remember it ever being that good.
Did he fight $6 million man fought Bigfoot?
Right.
Same thing.
Hulk is kind of like a trucker. He was
He's solo on his own, yeah.
living life on the road, running away from reporters.
What was lizard? That's V. As on I miss space. Come down from space on TV years ago.
Oh yeah, those lizard people. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think Is there a connection? I never thought about that before. Do the people who believe in lizard people just think they're the V lizard people?
Well, it was on so long ago when this people start believing lizard people must have seen something. Their parents or somebody must have seen old V.
Stupid
And
lizard
stick in
people.
your head.
people.
I know, I know had common sense. Hell, that ain't. The aliens come down. They seem like they're regular fine people, and everybody like them. Turn out they're lizards. I mean, that's okay for one show, but I remember it going on for all week, something like that. It went on, like I remember watching it one night when it was on, and then trying to see regular what I usually watch there, and it was that week long.
Too much.
How long you gonna stretch that out?
Some people apparently want it to go on all their lives.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't.
Put up a website about it.
People watch that sort of stuff. Hollywood makes this sort of stuff, and people gets in people's minds to make them crazy.
Hollywood's fault.
Yeah.
So I guess they're supposed to have 10,000 trucks bringing traffic to a halt. I guess they only had about 20 or 30 trucks show up, just kind of doing a loop, cruising.
Yeah, well. All right, let's hear.
Uh-oh. Can y'all hear them sirens?
Animals, old people everywhere. End times. Might be.
I hope it ain't a fire caused by an animal.
Well, yeah, they chew them wires and everything. Animals chew wires.
Mrs. O'Leary's cow.
Yeah.
Burned Chicago up.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cows here.
Cows everywhere you look. Some parts of town now.
Values voter forum.
Huh?
Values voters forum.
Oh, yeah. That's Tea Party, too.
How do you get invited to that?
Well, I don't know how you got invited to the trucker thing. Tea Party has problem with organization. They just do. Because the trucker thing, it turned out I didn't know a woman was. There was somebody else supposed to be leader, and he said, no, I'm not. It ain't going to happen. And then the lizard woman come in and said, no, I'm a boss.
Right.
If you're in any organization that you have and the lizard woman gets to run whoever it is that thinks they're in charge out, and then the lizard woman's in charge, you need to step back and assess what's going on. And I know these Tea Party people mean well. I ain't running you down. I don't want you to think that.
Well, truckers, though, Jackie, see.
Yeah.
The lone wolves, they represent that American stoic.
I understand that, yeah.
Just on the road by themselves. They don't want to be a leader. They don't want to be a follower. They just are. They're themselves. They're responsible for their cab and their load.
That's it.
That's it.
Yes, sir.
So they ain't going to step. If there's a hole in leadership and a trucker steps in, chances are they're going to be crazy. Because no trucker, well, you ain't going to have President Trucker.
Yeah.
They ain't going to take that on. They're responsible for themselves.
Yeah.
They exist.
I understand that. With the truckers, they didn't go to the value voter meeting either.
No, I don't think truckers vote values.
No. That's different. If you have family life and things
That's
like that.
values.
Yeah.
Is that what that means?
I
Values?
always thought that Republican values meant, for what you try to pass on down to your children. I always said I'm a conservative, and I believe I have conservative values. I always thought of values as something you
don't
pass
give my
down.
son
I want
drugs
yeah.
and keep your hands off my little girl.
That's it. That's conservative value. And it used to be we had these ingrained in us. We all had. Now they got to
Really?
Well, yeah.
When?
Years ago, in the 50s.
Oh.
And we held on to them. Some of us did.
Yeah, not many, though.
Well.
So that's why the Values Voters Forum, they just vote. They had a straw poll there. And guess who? Straw poll for president. Guess who come in first place, Jackie?
Well, that's old Ted Cruz.
Ted Cruz, first place. Guess who come in second?
I don't
guess.
I don't know who it is.
He's a doctor.
Oh.
How many Republican doctors are there? There's Rand Paul is some kind of doctor. Like he worked at Walmart.
Rand Paul, yeah.
Selling you glasses.
There's Ron Paul.
Ron Paul
ain't got nothing to do with that ain't going. And then there's Frisk.
Yeah, he ain't around no more, is he?
No, I don't think so. But I know make comeback. Did he die?
I'm not sure.
Yeah. Anyway, he was something for a
In
while.
Nashville, they got a lot of Frisk foundations and stuff. And
yeah, doctor
you say
stuff.
that, it always sound like they dead.
Well, yeah.
So, Dr. Ben Carson.
Oh, yeah.
Your
good
favorite doctor.
Good Dr. Ben Carson. I like old Dr. Ben Carson. Yes, sir. He's good.
He's a black Republican doctor.
Yes, sir. No, so there's, you see, that's Obama's biggest fear right there. I tell you right now, he's a doctor, so he knows how bad Obamacare is. Everybody knows how bad Obamacare is, but Dr. Ben Carson,
Being a doctor,
he really knows how bad it is. Yes, sir.
he said it was the worst thing since slavery.
What?
Dr. Ben Carson said that Obamacare, worst thing that happened in America since slavery.
Well, he would know, yeah.
Why would he know?
What?
What are you saying?
Well, he would know in this ancestry.
Are you saying because he's black, it's okay for him to say Obamacare's as bad as slavery?
Well, it was his great-granddaddy and stuff. It's okay for him to say it more than somebody white, which I know some white people say it too. Maybe so many people say it because it's true, though, regardless what color they are. I get tired of this race argument. I get tired of it.
But if you say slavery, you're the one bringing race into it.
I didn't bring it up. Dr. Ben Carson did, and
Oh,
so
and
did
that's
some
okay.
other
Right,
people
yeah.
bring it up. Now, if I nod my head and say, well, then maybe they got a point, then now does that make me racist?
Yes.
How does it make me racist?
I don't know. Maybe. I'm not sure.
It makes me racist because I don't like it because it's got Obama in the name. That's why everybody says, oh, you're racist. Ain't got nothing to do with slavery.
But Dr. Ben Carson's the one that brought up slavery.
Yes, he did, yeah. And he can do that. It's okay for him, yeah.
He said it was the worst thing that happened since slavery.
Well, it's bad, yeah. Slavery's bad. We all know that. Can we all agree on that, please?
Yeah.
Well, all right, then.
I didn't know if that was a trick question.
Ain't no trick questions going on at the value voting thing, whatever it was.
You just come out and say what you believe.
That's right. It's freedom come out of your mouth is what it is, and people don't like it. Used to be free to say what you want to say and be able to say it. Now you got to be black or white to say it. You got to be this to say it. Got to be that way to say it. Now, I like Dr. Ben Carson. I think the good Dr. Ben Carson's a good fella. It ain't got nothing to do with him being black, but you know it drives Obama crazy. And Democrats in general.
Dr. Ben Carson also come in second in he won the vice presidential straw poll.
Now, there you go right there. That'd be the best vice president ever was. He may want to do that first. And
Sure.
then be afterwards, Dr.
I'm
Ben
sure at the
Carson.
Values voter poll they were like, you know what? That's a good place for him.
Yes, sir.
Second. And he could probably still see patients being vice president.
Well, yeah. Keep being doctor. He lost his doctor job, didn't he? Because he spoke his freedom.
He spoke his free words, and they
They
said,
got fired him, yeah.
this is America now, different America.
And he's a doctor. Hospital fired him.
Oh,
Look and listen to it out there. Pitiful.
I hope nobody hit one of them veterans
Well,
or one of them raccoons. So Dr. Ben Carson could be our next president or vice president.
preferably vice president.
Vice
according
president, sure.
According to,
Because that way you
Value
get to
vote.
have, when you need somebody to say things that could be construed as racist,
he'd be right there
if
for
it
you.
wasn't coming from a black man, there's one right next door, wherever the vice president stays.
Yeah.
I don't know where that is. Probably down the hall.
Somewhere.
They probably moved it further away with Joe Biden in
Well,
there.
yeah, I don't think Joe Biden.
And Joe
Couple
Biden's probably
blocks
fine
away.
with that. Just, you know what? I'll be in the garage.
I'll be on the train, what he says.
Yeah, that's where he does. He's just on that
Yeah.
train, riding
on the
around,
train.
looking in people's windows. I remember a speech.
Yeah.
So Dr. Ben Carson at the Values Voters Forum. Is that where Bachman said it was the end times, or that was probably before? But I bet she was at the Values Voters Forum.
She was there. I don't know if that's what if she said it once, I'm sure she said it again while she was there. That's something if you believe that sort of thing, it's something you stress pretty hard.
Yeah, you say somebody thinks it's the end times.
They ain't gonna shut
say
up.
it
No, you ain't gonna shut up
over and
about it.
over.
Now, when they mess up is when they pick a date. They mess up every time. You can say now's the end of times, and, it might be, but you don't know in a year or two, whatever. But every one of them people that says that at this time on, November 3rd, whatever, so far, they kind of ain't been able to back that up,
Yeah, you don't want to get specific when you're talking about the Bible.
Yeah.
That's where you run into problems.
Well, it depends on what it is, but yeah.
You can just be kind of vague about it. That's the best kind of, just be vague about it. Like I made that creation museum, and they're trying to get real specific. Like dinosaurs, and people rode dinosaurs from this time to this time in history. Why can't you just say people rode dinosaurs, but we don't know exactly when?
Well, then you don't know the Bible then. You got to know the Bible.
The Bible don't say when
If
stuff
there's
happens.
always going to be someone out there proving that they know the Bible better than you. It's just the way it is. Once God's word reached man's hands, that's, there's always going to be corruption that way. So everybody going to say, I know God's word's better than you do. And some of them do. I say some people know God's word's better than me. I pick and choose who I want to listen to. That's how it goes.
The Bible ain't law and order. It don't say Jonah was in the whale Tuesday, 5:21 p.m.
No, it doesn't.
Dong, dong. He just says that a whale ate him, and then he was okay, and then he got out, and whatever he did, I don't know. Get tired of it.
Well, you get tired. You don't need to get tired of Bible lessons, whatnot.
I've heard that whale thing since I was a kid.
Well, there's a reason for it. I'm supposed to hear it.
What good's that do? What's he do when he gets out of the whale?
He learns a lesson. That's what you do. You learn lessons in the Bible. Everybody in there learns a lesson. Don't start running the Bible down. I put up with you through this whole thing, and now you're going to start running the Bible down.
I'm just trying to give the Bible some advice. Don't get specific on things.
I didn't get specific. I was saying I was agreement with you to some degree as far as the end of time goes.
We can agree that probably end time somewhere between now and when Obama leaves office.
Well, yeah, that seems reasonable to me, judging. You've heard it here in an hour how many sirens going off in Murfreesboro.
And Michelle Bachmann said a lot of it's because of Syria. But is that still happening?
Everybody once, John Kerry said, maybe they do this. They started doing it. Nobody cares anymore, yeah.
I don't even know. All I know is Ted Cruz and the shutdown and the filibuster and the veterans. I know that stuff. And Ben Carson and the slavery and the truckers.
Ben Carson makes me so mad. He can't speak his free thoughts in this country. They fire him. Makes me so mad.
He's all right now, though. He'll be vice president.
Well,
soon.
yeah, I hope so. Yeah.
I guess that's it. All right.
We got something to look forward to, I reckon.
He'll be a good vice president.
Yeah.
When that happens, it'll happen.
Yeah, well,
soon. Ted Cruz and...
See, I don't know about planning for it because it just sits there sometime between now and Obama gets out of office,
Don't get specific because the end time, maybe...
That's the reason everybody's saying Tea Party, do you know you're digging yourself a bigger hole? You shut the government down. They're sitting there saying to themselves, not to be specific, but in 6 months from now, ain't nobody going to remember a damn thing we did because the earth's caving in.
Well... We also don't know when Obama will call in, his special powers and stay in office for the next 30, 40 years. That could happen, too.
That's it. That's from the Bible, depending on what you believe. That's something that's in the Bible.
Just don't get...
Not specific.
Don't get specific.
I ain't going to say it's Obama, but I'll say this much right now. I would not be surprised.
So we may never get to see President Ted Cruz and Vice President Ben Carson.
Well... It's nice to dream on, nice to think on. But he'd be a fine vice president, Dr. Ben Carson.
Oh, yeah, he'd be great.
Yeah, we're done.
I think we're done, yeah. So get on iTunes, rate it, review it, whatever. Give us your reviews. Tell us you get a star. Do they have a star system?
I don't know how to get on nothing on here on a computer.
Tweet your friends about it.
It helps us. I know what somebody said. I saw somebody say something about that, and that makes me feel good down at the store. So if you want to make an old man feel good. Do whatever you want to do. I don't want to guilt trip nobody.
Yeah, if this is the first time you're tuning in to this podcast,
Get on there, rate, review it. Yeah.
you
Somebody
say,
tell
I
me
was
about
a
it later.
first timer, and this is the first one I heard,
God
and I'm
bless your heart.
basing what I think about this whole podcast on this one episode.
Some of y'all out there, I want to thank you much. Y'all write us and tell us this and that, and I want to appreciate it. I mean, one fella says every Monday morning, him and his buddy and neighbor, Vietnam vet, come over and they listen to us every morning. That's nice. You know?
Yeah, it is real
I
nice.
appreciate it. I'm sorry I can't remember everybody's name. Not that we get a bunch of letters. But
That's how they start their days.
they say they get coffee every Monday morning. Listen to this. Bless their hearts.
Oh, man. How do they get through the rest of the day?
I don't know.
Well, I don't want to send. If they're listening to this right now,
Thank you, number one, for listening.
thank you.
You
but
know
we,
who you are.
We
and
need
we
to
appreciate
send them
it.
off on the rest of their day. I don't want it to be so bleak.
Well,
if the
I don't
animals
want
going
either.
crazy and Obama's going to take power and
It ain't our fault.
end days. Well, let's just something cheery for them to think about.
Well, we ought to put the thought in people's head of Dr. Ben Carson being vice president. That's about as pleasant a thought as anyone could have, but may not happen.
And still seeing patients. So
Yeah,
if somebody gets sick in the White House,
yeah.
he's right there. So that would be good. Like maybe like if Ted Cruz, I don't know what kind of dog he has, but like say it's an Irish setter, and that dog gets sick, he said, take it to Dr. Vice President, and he can fix it up, take some pictures, and be on the front page like Dr. Ben Carson with the stethoscope.
That'd
on
be some good news coming out of the White House.
They talk about it on Fox and Friends. Did you see what Dr. Vice President Ben Carson, how he really helped that
Dog
dog?
was say choking on chicken bone, something like that. Yeah, chicken bone throat stuck in his throat. Doctor.
And see, you can't say Republicans are racist because I don't know a Republican that would not love for that to happen.
Yeah. Be
That-
best thing
Would-
could happen, yeah.
You could take a straw poll in any values voter forum across America, and that we would all say, yes, I would love for Dr. Ben Carson to be vice president and help Ted Cruz's dog out when he got sick. That sounds great.
Yeah.
I'm not racist.
I ain't either.
Well, I was saying that in the I'm not. I was saying that in the third. I was saying that I was pretending to be just somebody that values voter forum.
Yeah.
I should have done a different voice. Hey, I can't wait for Dr. Vice President Ben Carson.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
I can't either, yeah.
Well, no, I was doing that was me at a values voter forum person. I
Yeah.
was pretending to be. So I did another voice. Hold on.
Well, you mean, I just thought you had something stuck in your throat there. I didn't know what you...
Hey, Jackie, my name is Ben Cartwright, and I'm here at the Values Voter Forum.
Oh, bonanza, yeah. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's,
No, it wasn't an impression. That was just the first name that come to mind.
Well, you sounded... That's pretty good long grain there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that I can't wait for a black man, Dr. Ben Carson, who's also a doctor, and I don't even object to that, to be
Yeah.
the vice president of my United States of America.
Yeah.
Now, does that sound racist to you?
That sound like... It sound... No, but I ain't racist. I wasn't, but you sound like old Lauren Green. That's pretty good. He'd probably feel that way, yeah. I see what you're doing, yeah. That's how Lauren Green probably feel if he's alive today, yeah. Good man.